This is the first of 3 videos that look at topic 9 from AQA Chemistry, Chemistry of the Atmosphere. This video looks at the evolution of the atmosphere. This slide shows the current Earth's atmosphere. This has been the same for around the last 2 million years. For the exam, you will need to learn the percentages of nitrogen and oxygen in the current atmosphere. You will also need to be aware of what the remaining percentage is made up of. You will need to use the videos that I have listed on this slide, which can be found at AQA Chemistry Videos by Mrs. Roberts, in order to produce a timeline of the evolution of the Earth's atmosphere. Basically, the evolution of the atmosphere started with intense volcanic activity, which produced lots of different gases and water vapour. The atmosphere at this point had mainly carbon dioxide, water vapour, ammonia, methane, and very little oxygen, which is similar to the current atmosphere of Mars and Venus. The Earth then started to cool, and as it cooled, the water vapour condensed to form oceans. This led to the decrease in the carbon dioxide and the increase in the oxygen due to plant life growing. As the plant life grew, then we had photosynthesis, which again encouraged oxygen to increase. On the following slides, we look in more detail at the increase in oxygen and the decrease in carbon dioxide. We're now going to look into more detail about why the oxygen increased. So the oxygen increased mainly because of plants and them photosynthesizing. As you are aware, plants take in carbon dioxide and water and produce glucose and oxygen. So as plant life developed, and algae they believe was the first plant life to develop, this then increased the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere. This then also led to the development of plants, more plants, and also animals, because as the oxygen increased, they were able then to respire. Please remember that although the photosynthesis equation is mainly a biology equation, you will need to learn it for your chemistry as well. The carbon dioxide was one of the main components of the early atmosphere, but nowadays carbon dioxide makes up less than 1%. The decrease was caused by, first, photosynthesis of plants, secondly, by it being dissolved into the oceans, and thirdly, by the formation of carbonate rocks. We also, along with that, have the plants that then die and are then turned into fossil fuels. This traps the carbon dioxide that was in the plants at the time of death, and therefore then is released when we burn the fossil fuels. Please add this extra information about the increase of oxygen and the decrease of carbon dioxide to your timeline.